Firstly, we'll go very quickly through the lineups. Facundo, number 1, 9 goals. Camilo, number 2, 10 goals. Pablo McDonough, 10 goals. Barto Castagnola, 10, 39 goals as a whole. Meanwhile, Maximiliano Funes making the official presentation for everybody here at field number 7 on a year that saw Tortugas as the second leg of the Triple Crown after many years of being the opening leg of the series. There, Pablo McDonough, who holds the record with 11 titles here in Tortugas, the same as another glory of the sport, Jaime, Alberto Pedro Egui. So what a moment also for Pablo. And on the other side, Pablo Pieres, Polito, 9 goals, joined by Hilario as a number 2. Number 3, Guillermo Caset. And completing the lineup, Fran Elizalde, 9 goals, 36 as a whole. And, well, basically, Jaime, you had the chance of playing in the Triple Crown with many of the players that are playing today.
Yes. Actually, I had the luck of playing with Hilario, playing with Sapo, playing with Polito, playing with Fran. Mainly all on their debuts on the first steps in the Open. I think we played 1 year even with Polito and Hilario together. We did very well in the Open, and the fourth player was Rodrigo Andrade. We had such an amazing team that after the season, I think La Natividad invited Polito and Rodrigo, and La Aguada invited Sapo. So I ended up alone and building La Aguada, which we had 4 years of glory. We played in such a good level, and so, but great players everywhere. Polo in Argentina is so big. Guys, before we start, and I'm going to give you 4 checkers, because this final could be so close, I want you to write me to my Instagram, Jaime Huidobro, and let me know what is your predictions. I will read it all before 4th checker. This is, remember, is 8 checkers. So please send me what do you think about this game and who is going to win, and I will read them all.
Yeah, meanwhile, going through the horses for the opening minutes of this game. So as Jaime just said, this final will be played off 8 checkers in comparison to the previous years, which was played off 7. Does it change many things to be at 8 instead of 7? Jaime, what do you reckon?
Well, you always think that, you know, that extra checker is going to give you a problem, but these teams are prepared for that. On Tuesday, Palermo starts, which is 8 checkers, so they are used to, they have to be ready for Tuesday. So the game before is the same. I think it's, but as I said, when they tell you to play 8, you always, how should I change the lineup? What horse should I bring in? But no, these guys, they have everything under control. They've been thinking on this final since January this year, and they have all in their heads.
Yeah, plus we remember everybody that, of course, the Argentine Open that will be kicking off on Tuesday, all matches will be played off 8 checkers, so they must get used to. I mean, there is no chance.
Exactly, that's what I said. They are ready to start Tuesday 8 checkers, so one game before it is not a problem of that. What else I can add? It's going to be very interesting to see if La Natividad can play as good as they played the semi-final. In the semi-final they played perfect, which they struggled all the rest of the season on doing that. They had some flashlights and all that, but never consistently. And in the last game they did. I'm pretty sure the pink team, Hache, will be a tough team for them to perform as well as the other day, because they have more warriors, they have more sort of no system. Fran is a guy that, you know, is not a normal back. He defends and attack and sometimes makes mistakes, but most of the time makes right decisions on going in attack. So you never will see him as a consistent back. So it's a tricky team to do well. And we have to remember that in the first tournament of the season, Hurlingham, La Hache beat them quite well, very well actually. So it's good. That's why I think it's going to be a close game.
So there are some numbers about Polito. As he just said, they faced each other before in the semifinals of the Hurlingham Open in Palermo with a win to La Hache. On that game, Rufino Benzadón was playing as a number one. Polito was still recovering. On the other side, what La Natividad did before the start of the Tortugas Open basically was some changes in the positions, and now we're going to have the chance of listening to the umpires, I believe.
Ya sabe que vamos a hablar con ustedes como capitanes. Por favor, el resto no tenemos que abrir diálogo de ninguna manera. Ustedes van a ser los encargados de que no hablen. ¿Sí? Fundamental el tema de disciplina. Gritos de pibe de foul. Con ustedes vamos a devolver el fallo. Solo con respeto, hablando bien. No debatir los fallos, no debatir jugadas que fueron del partido. Si hubiera sido solo lo mínimo necesario. ¿Okay? Es fundamental que tengamos un buen diálogo con ustedes, los capitanes. Y después seguridad. Saben que las jugadas peligrosas almost played the Open together. We lost in overtime the quali. Such a lovely player. We are missing you here from Canada. Pero están ustedes también en cuidarse, ¿sí? Así que mucha suerte para los 8. Recuerden, por favor, la zona de seguridad tenemos que respetarla de los dos lados.
One of the officials today, joined by Guillermo Villanueva.
Pero está marcado.
The third man will be Pepe Araya.
La zona de seguridad.
And here we are live on AAP Live Worldwide with the final of the Tortugas Open second leg.
En los throws. Ven que ya saben que te dan una campana faltando 1 minuto, segunda campana faltando 30 segundos.
Just for you guys to know
en el tiempo
what they are doing now, the referee is talking about.
Bueno, suerte para todos.
Safely. We will be tough.
Dale.
They have to go through that routine, so
nobody
then complains during the game why we did this.
Ok, va a arrancar Guille de acá, recuerden que son 8 chakras,
so it's
¿no?
like a normal procedure.
Perfecto,
before
suerte.
Starts. Looks that everybody's set and ready to rock and roll.
Okay, so 8 checkers will be played. My name is Andrés Ugarte, joined today by Jaime Garcia Huidobro, and here we are to enter the final of the Tortugas Open. 8 checkers will be played, looking for the second champion of the season following the win by La Dolfina at the Hurlingham Open. Here we are, and the game is on, thrown by Guillermo Villanueva. The final of the Tortugas Open is underway here. Camilo Castañola now leading the play for the men in green, looking for Pablo McDonough, who was waiting for the ball up front, stopped in the way by Francisco Elizalde. And now Sapo Cassette, a whistle very quickly. Only a couple of seconds has passed.
Para mí un tacazo, ¿eh? Míralo, Pepe, por favor.
What happened is Geta tried to hook Fran, and unfortunately hit him on his boot there, you know. Yeah. So that's why Fran is a bit sore. But nothing will stop him play this amazing final. So don't worry. Talking about ponies, I would love to give some names here because this list is very, very good for both sides. I'm gonna read it and then I can comment some of them. Facundo Pérez is in open. Sensodin. Camilo Castañola is playing Socia, that mare that landed by the Gansis family. Look, apparently it's a thoroughbred. Gray is very easy to Rosetada, Bofetada for Pablo McDonough, and the famous Federica for Barto Castañola. Fran Elizalde is an Oriental Mickey. Oriental is breeding from Pelon Stirling. Sapo Cassette, Guillermo Cassette is in Sapo Niña Loli. The mother was very famous, called Loli, related to Lode, that famous stallion, thoroughbred stallion. Hilario Ulloa in Pite Elizabeth. And Hilario in the last few years. And Polito Pérez, Monkey Puzzle, that English thoroughbred pony that I think she won some trophies, best playing ponies last year, amazing thoroughbred coming from Sir Richard Lepore from England. Congratulations.
Teams, but
he plays so well. We played him in the group stages. They beat us by 1, but I never thought that they were going to end up winning the tournament. And they play better and better and better.
Bueno,
and
nos
better.
parece que hay una jugada que tiene posesión el jugador de la Hache. Hay un enganche que en principio es lícito y después accidentalmente hay un golpe. O sea que vamos a renovar el juego con jugada de fair play para la Hache. Desde ahí.
Well, basically the explanation by Guillermo Villanueva there, explaining why it's going to be a fair play in favor of La Hache, who was in possession of the ball, right? If I listen properly.
They think that it was no, unfortunate play. Fran had the ball, and everything starts again with Fran, with possession.
And now Francisco Elizalde resuming the play, linking with Guillermo Cassette. The ball staying behind very quickly there. Facundo Pieres, the pick up by Facundo, who is playing, Jaime, his final number 17 in a row in Tortugas. Wow, what a record for Facundo. Here he comes. Challenge there by Francisco Elizalde. Now Sapo Cassette bringing the ball back in, covering the field there. Pablo towards the right, looking for Camilo Castañola. Nice anticipation by Hilario. Here comes Hilario hitting a goal from a long range to open the score in favor of his team. And now La Hache is on the lead. 1-0.
Yes, bad play from Pablo. Very risky. He was 20 yards shorter to the Camilo, and Hilario made him.
After 3 years playing for El Latina, Hilario playing with his club this year in the Triple Crown. Now Camilo Castañola, the pick up by Hita, trying to lead the team over there. Coming from behind was Pablo McDonough, joining him in the play. Nice marking there by Hilario, stopping Pablo, making him go backwards. Still a good hook in there by Hilario, but very quickly to pick it up, their number 4, Barto Castañola. Here comes Barto, nice breakaway there, open towards. Here comes Sapo. From the back, looking for Polito, who was picking it on the near side. Still Polito Pieres leading the attack for La Hache. Another approach by Polito, very well taken by his cousin, by Pablo McDonough. The open back shot there to link with Camilo. Now Hita. Once again, Camilo Castañola. Looking for Facundo, who was asking for the ball up front. Nice pickup by Francisco Elizalde. Francisco Elizalde. The approach, the ball passing by, looking for Polito. Good coverage here by Camilo Castañola. Taken by Polito, still a good resolving by Hita. Still Camilo, here he comes. Camilo Castañola leading the way for La Natividad. Still in possession of the ball. Challenge there in the front by Hilario. A nice move by Camilo. Still a little bit open towards the left-hand side. Nice marking by Polito Pieres. And now Barto. The approach by Bartolomé Castañola. Another tapping, blocking the way by Hilario. Now Camilo Castañola to make one more tapping. And Camilo Castañola finding the equalizer. And now it's 1-0 between La Natividad and La Hache.
Welcome to the best player in the world. Geta Castañola doing some amazing things. I think too much, but yeah, he's so good. He's playing amazing. And for me, Barto is one of the top 3 players of the season so far.
Yeah, what a year for him. Winner of the Gold Cup in England. And now looking to win back-to-back titles here in Tortugas, the Castañola brothers. Camilo, challenge there by E from behind. Already he has 10 horses. Now Pablo looking to pick it up. Firstly there was Francisco Elizalde coming from behind. It's going to be La Hache's captain, Polito Pieres. Nice pick up by Polo. Challenge there in the back by Facundo. Still Pablo the next shot. Good marking there by Barto Castañola. Still Polito again manages to pick it up. Here comes Polito Pieres, deflected in the way by Barto Castañola, who ended up taking a back shot. Good anticipation there by Pablo Pieres. And now Pablo. It was Barto actually, a whistle, and now the time is out.
Yes, yes.
Lugar o 30 para la Hache. Lugar es acá, capitán.
How interesting it is, Jaime. Sorry for interrupting, but listening to the officials, we're going to be translating as soon as we can. Spot of 30 in favor of La Hache, but well, at the end, a new opportunity for them to take back the lead.
Well, what it means is spot of 30. It's you can shoot to goal where the foul was done, or you can go to the center, but 30 yards away. In this case, when it's with a lot of angle, we all prefer to shoot from the 30.
Francisco Elizalde on this penalty, 2 hitting scoring, and now La Hache is back in the lead, 2 goals to 1. A good start for the men in pink. And interesting, I want to listen to your opinion, Jaime. I mean, having, I don't know, Polito, Sapo, Hilario in the team, Fran Elizalde is taking the penalties. I don't know if I was expecting this before the season started.
Well, he's as talented as the others. He's playing as a number 4, which normally gives you more timing because your horses are more set. You are taking knock-ins. You are hitting the penalties from the center, so it's easier for you and for your horses to have better timing.
Camilo Castañola looking for his brother, but firstly there was Guillermo Caset. Nice back shot, good blocking by Barreto. Now Facundo trying to pick it up, good resolving there by Pablo Pérez. Here comes Polito, and a good opportunity for La Hache, led now by Guillermo Caset. Here comes Sapo. Challenge there by Barto Castañola, the ball passing by, good linking with Francisco Elizalde. Nice pick up by the player from La Pampa, over the marking by Facundo Pérez, trying to win this race on the external side, coming from behind. Camilo Castañola, now Barto, good continuity there to link with Pablo McDonough. Here comes Pablo. Still Pablo McDonough leading the attack for La Natividad over the midfield line, and here comes Pablo, chased there by Francisco Elizalde. Still Pablo McDonough, good approach there to enter the penalties area. Here comes Pablo McDonough to set the equalizer, the final approach, and Pablo McDonough from end to end scoring to make it 2-2.
Guys, you came to watch this, you have it. First checker already with 1 minute to go, and we have watched some amazing plays. The first very open, they almost score in one side, the pink ones, and now the greens made a beautiful counter-attack.
And now back to the center to resume the play with time enough for at least one more play in this opening checker.
20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25.
25 seconds are allowed between the goal and the throw-in. And now head-to-head, Barto Castañola won by Francisco Elizalde. A good coverage now by Barto. He's going to get there first. With that back shot on the near side, the ball goes over the boards and it's going to be in favor of La Hache.
Nice pushing from Fran, forcing Barto to have and how do I say it?
Like an uncomfortable time,
yeah,
right?
Uncomfortable backhander and force the error. But there he is, Barto Castañola with the ball. Anjeta with that space is very, very dangerous.
Camilo Castañola, head to head against Hilario Jovan, coming from behind was Pablo McDonough. Good run there by Pablo coming from behind. Here he comes to score back to end the check in the best possible way. A great saving there by Hilario to take the danger away, looking for Sapo. The ball goes over the back line, and this will end the checker. What a saving, Jaime, there in the look.
Yes, unfortunately for him, which he's an expert, that he had a really bad approach to goal, very soft. But he's a king of that, and in this time, he looks normal. He looks real, like all of us.
I think Hilario ended up taking it away with that under the belly shot. So 2-2 for La Natividad and La Hache. Here we are with Jaime, and we spoke before about, I asked you before about Fran Elizalde taking the penalties, and you play a lot as a back in this level of polo. So basically we have two players today in the field who are not used to play as a back before this season. So what do you reckon about Barto and Fran playing as a back?
Well, Barto is an amazing back, and he plays back a few times before. Fran is the first time, I think, ever. But the polo is changing. Now a lot of these players, when they play outside Argentina, they play back. They play at the end of the lineup. So they are very used to. Another stuff it is that these guys are all 10 or 9s. They all know how to play well and how they have to perform in each sort of positions. And you have to remember that in professional polo, when we travel, you need to play every single position. So if you are at the back of the lineup, you play a bit more conservative. You are in front, you go in attack. So these guys, they know very well how to play. The only questions could be if he can hit well, in knock-ins and these sort of things. But the rest, as you can see, now Barto is very comfortable at back. Fran is comfortable at back. It's not a big deal. It's difficult for a guy like me play as a number 1 because you are not fast enough, and that's something natural. But for these guys to play back, it's very easy. Now everything will start from a safety. Hilario saved it very well, but under a lot of pressure, and he managed just to hit a backhander, but the backhander went out of the line. So safety in favor of La Natividad. The one and only Geta Castañola is about to take it.
So Camilo getting ready to take this safety penalty, corner 60, in favor of La Natividad to take the lead for the first time today.
Facundo is going to play Escriva Triptonic. Camilo is in open Callaway. For me, the best polo pony in the world at the moment. Irenita Patagónica, Pablo, and La Tía Ramona, Barto Castañola.
So here comes Camilo to open the checker. Open checker number 2 here. Camilo Castañola, strong shot and sending the ball in to give the lead to La Natividad. Riding, as Jaime said, open Callaway, and now we go back to the center of the field.
Fran Elizalde is playing Escriva, Cábala, Guillermo Caset, Sapo, Loza, another one from his breeding. Hilario Ulloa, Triunfo de Lirio, his breeding too. And Polito Pérez, 25 Dominicana.
So back to the center, and now the game is back on. Francisco Elizalde. Nice turning there by Fran, looking for Hilario Ulloa, who was running up front. Still Fran, and a second attempt looking for Hilario. Here comes Hilario Ulloa, head to head against Camilo Castañola. Great recovery there by Geta. Changing the line, going towards the other end. And here he comes, Camilo Castañola. Strong approach, looking for Facundo Pérez, who was running head to head against his cousin Polito. The pickup by Facundo, the ball stays in behind, and now Sapo playing towards the boards. Now Camilo again. Good anticipation by La Natividad's number 2, taken by Francisco Elizalde. Still Camilo in possession of the ball. The under the neck shot. The ball goes wide towards the left-hand side, and Hache will be resuming from the back.
Thank you, Camilo. A minute ago I said, in my opinion, he's the best polo pony in the world, and in this minute she showed what is capable to do open Callaway.
Fran Elizalde now. Sapo. Here comes Guillermo Caset. Challenge there by Facundo. Taking his time. Sapo. Linking with Hilario. Here comes Hilario Ulloa. Here he comes. 2-time winner of this tournament, Hilario. Playing for El Estina. And now Polito. Pablo Pérez sending the ball forward to link with Guillermo Caset, giving some continuity there. And here comes, coming from behind, nice run by Hilario Ulloa on the near side to find the equalizer. The approach at goal by Hilario. And the ball ended up going wide. What a fast-paced game so far in the beginning, Jaime.
Beautiful match. Beautiful game. Great play from Hilario. And he is asked for that pass. Did you see? He saw the plays before, and Sapo Caset just needed to listen to his teammates, do what he asked for, and they almost score a great goal.
Bartolomé Castañola. The approach there. Good marking there by Hilario. Even better turning there, and here comes Hilario leading the attack for La Hache. Now on the near side, still in possession of the ball. Another approach. The ball stays a little bit in behind, but a good resolving there by Hilario. Still taking care of it. The marking by Camilo Castañola. Good action by Hilario Joa. Finding a good position to hit at goal, and the ball goes wide. Nice play again by Hilario, but still the ball went wide.
Great play from Hilario. Great. Look, goal.
Finally, yeah. Here, look, the replay. Let's see if we have a clear view. Yeah. Confirmed at the end. So Hilario Joa, following that very nice play, Jaime, scored to find the equalizer. 3-all.
No, thank you. If you think I'm Juan Manero, thank you very much.
19, 20, vamos de vuelta, sin golpearse, apóyense, suave.
So Hilario, and his second goal today. 3-all.
Ahora sí, juegue.
Barto trying to win it over. A good marking by Pablo Pérez from behind. And now Pablo. The open back shot there by Pablo McDonald, linking with Barto Castañola. The ball ended up going over the boards, and I think it's going to be in favor of La Hache.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. ¡Juegue!
8 seconds. And now Francisco Elizalde, blocked in the way there by Facundo Pérez. Now again, Fran. A new attempt for La Hache. Now Hilario, who was open towards the right-hand side, taken there by Pablo McDonald. Still Hilario. The ball passing by, looking really well. And here comes Guillermo Caset coming from behind. Also Polito Pérez was standing up front. Good marking. And now Barto Castañola. Good resolving there by Barto, coming from behind. And now running towards the other end. Challenge there by Guillermo Caset. Leaving it for Facundo. Facu Pérez. Looking for Pablo McDonald. Good coverage now. It's going to be by Polito Pérez, who's going to get there first. The open back shot by Pablo, who was about to pick it up, and at the end, Hilario completing the play. But then it was picked by Facundo Pérez, sending the ball forward to link with Camilo Castañola. Looking good now for La Natividad. The open back shot by Camilo Castañola. And Camilo Castañola, of course, sending the ball in to give the lead to La Natividad. And now they're back at front.
Did you see the bounce of that ball? Please look the replay. Any other player would miss, and we would all be saying, "Wow, what such a bad luck!" And this guy makes it so simple. Amazing.
And now back to the center to resume the play. La Natividad leading by 1 with a minute and a half remaining in this jacket number 2. Good marking there by Hilario, finally taken again by Camilo Castañola. Leading from the back, head to head against there, Hilario. And now Camilo looking for Facundo Pérez, who's standing up front. Facundo insists, playing the final of the Tortugas Open for a 17th time in a row when we listen to a whistle. And now we'll see.
I would love to go in advance, but for me, it's Sapo Caset's foul. Took the ball from the other side. Did you see there? You cannot cross. If the ball is in the center of the two ponies, you can go for it, but you cannot cross your stick to the other player side.
Bueno, Boston, perfecto. 60 yardas.
So, a penalty from 60 yards is going to be in favor of La Natividad. The opportunity for them to take a 2-goal lead for the first time today. Camilo placing the ball with the opportunity. Runner-up of the British Open. And then he won the Gold Cup playing for Dubai in Soto Grande. And now looking for his first Triple Crown title in this 2023.
Such a intense game. We will see a lot of times players changing 3 times of ponies because it's so physical and fast, and the rhythm is amazing inside.
Deflected the penalty by Hilario, then I think it took a rebound in another player, and La Hache is receiving from the back.
In Pablo McDonald.
And now Sapo. Guillermo Caset changing the line there to link with Hilario. Good approach, looking for Pablo Pieres. A good resolve in there by Pablo McDonough, taking the danger away. And now it's going to be Hilario coming from behind. Was also Barto Castañola claiming that he picked the line before. A whistle.
Completely agreed. It's the same.
Vamos para adelante, ¿te parece?
If Geta Castañola wouldn't play the ball on that amazing goal that he scored there, it would be the same. You know, you cannot cross in front. We will see now. The line was going to the stands, and Hilario took the line well, but he cannot turn to the right when there is somebody from the other team coming to attack the ball.
So we're going to the midfield line for 5B in favor of La Natividad. Well, pretty clear also the explanation by one of the officials, at least Jaime, explaining why it was 5B and not they didn't go further, because they were running from board to board, right?
Yes, but that used to be the old-fashioned one. I mean, I prefer much more this than the new system that is advanced too much. I think this gives you more fluid to the game. They are playing now, and before they could go to the goal, and it takes much slower.
Good approach there by Barto Castañola. Nice back shot there by Francisco Elizalde to take the danger away, but very quickly to pick it up was Facundo Pieres. Here comes Facu, challenged by Polito. Nice marking by Pablo Pieres. Winner of the Gold Cup in the past with my teammate Jaime García Huidobro some years ago. Pablo Pieres, Polito. Leading the attack now for La Hache. Sending it forward to link with Francisco Elizalde. Here comes Fran from the near side to the offside. Leading the opportunity for La Hache just before the end of the Chaka, hitting a goal from a long range. And the ball just goes centimeters wide to the left-hand side. We listen to a bell check. Con Chaka comes to an end. But what an opportunity. Look, Jaime there in the instant replay by Fran.
Beautiful shot. He created the opportunity. That was not an opportunity. Was something that he created and ended up, creating his own opportunity. An 80-yard shot that was going in, and the deflection of the field made it go wide. But amazing play from Fran. I think Facundo made a mistake over there. He had the chance, and he took it too long and lost the ball and create that counterattack. I think Facundo needs to be more sharp and finish the plays.
Jaime, I had a chance of speaking with the players these days. I mean, mostly to La Hache players, speaking about the final of the Hurlingham Open, and they were all telling me the same. I mean, regardless of the final score, they lost against La Dolfina. They were angry by the way they played in that final. But so far in this beginning of the game, I think that they are having a pretty good performance for a final. I mean, it's still a very tight contest here in the beginning.
Well, I think La Natividad and La Dolfina are amazing teams. And it's amazing what La Hache is doing this season, getting into the spot with them and make the games quite difficult. I don't think they need to get upset about the final of the Hurlingham. I think they lost against an amazing team. And they could do better. Well, maybe. I never thought that let's say the result, the winner, it looks from the very beginning who it was going to be. But these guys are very close. In any minute, they are forcing to La Natividad and to La Dolfina to play under 100%. If not, they can lose. So I think they need to be very proud of what they are doing. Very proud of that final, learn some stuff from the final. We have to remember that Polito Pieres didn't play that final, which is, his Haaland or his, Alvarez.
Yes.
I mean, he's a very important guy for that team. And, they are fighting against two amazing teams.
You had the chance there to check the horses for La Natividad. And now also the players from La Hache with...
Polito Pieres is playing Anaisur Blondi, Hilario...
Open Avaricia. Sapo was on Just Fragata. I didn't get to see the horse by...
Just Fragata and Fran Elizalde, El Overo, figura. I think is lended by Hilario. In the Natividad side, Barto Castagnola is playing a Showdown, that American mare that is playing so well. Is very young, 5 or 6 years old. Irenita acertada for Pablo, Irenita que entonada for Camilo, and Mega Alemana for Facundo Pérez. The mare that Geta is playing is owned by Pablo, and Pablo gently is lending her to Geta Castagnola.
And checker number 3 is underway. Camilo Castagnola sending the ball forward to link with Pablo. Here comes Pablo McDonough, leaving it back for Camilo Castagnola. Here comes Geta with the pickup, hitting a goal from a long range, also looking for Barto Castagnola. Good coverage there by Pablo Pérez. The open back shot by Polito. The ball passing by also Fran Elizalde, reaching out for it. I think it was Hilario actually. Camilo was standing there and the whistle.
Yes, easy foul to blow. Well done, the referees. You know, clear open backhander, and Geta took more than Hilario on turning around there and get over the line. Well done for the referees, which I think are doing at the moment a very, very good job.
¿Estamos ahí?
Yeah, very few fouls so far in the beginning. And now a 5B in favor of La Hache. Fran Elizalde now.
I insist that I like this new thing of, you know, using the 5Ps more, not going that long in the advances, so the game continue much quicker.
Hilario looking back for his brother-in-law Francisco Elizalde. Nice action from the near side to the offside. Also Polito coming from behind, and Pablo McDonough entering the play, and the whistle.
Cuando el rosa toma posesión de la pelota, el verde vigorea adelante.
Pasa en la línea, yo lo que veo como que el rosa que lleva esa pelota y es un poquito la jugada a la derecha, pero no, pasa en la línea.
Pepe, ¿la querés mirar?
I am agree with the second referee in this case. I think that was a difficult, you know, there both of them lost it, and Fran tried to come back, you know.
Well, so far they are asking José Ignacio Araya, the third man, to check it.
Tiene posesión el rosa y el 2 verde adelante, hacia así y así se pasa. Eso es lo que vimos, pero toma posesión. Es lugar 30 para la Hache.
Pot or 30 in favor of La Hache. Basically, the explanation by Guillermo Villanueva said that the pink player was in possession of the ball, and then the green player kind of zigzagged in front of him and ended up committing a foul. At least this was the explanation by the umpire, and La Hache with the opportunity of setting the equalizer.
Perfecto. Polito, eso lo manejamos nosotros, ¿vale? No, pero tranquilo, vos tranquilo. ¡Formen!
This time they're going to take it from the spot. Fran Elizalde hitting, scoring. The game is tied in 4 following this one. The second in the day for Francisco Elizalde. And now back to the center.
As I was expecting, very tight game. Everything is, you know, very tight. We will see the numbers in the middle of the half time, and we will see that everything is very, very tight.
Reaching out for the ball were mainly the 8 players. I think it ended up going over the boards. Oh no, buried ball. There we have it. Buried ball. So there's going to be a throw-in towards the closest board. The players lining up. And the game is back on. Camilo Castagnola, nice pickup by Geta, still in possession of the ball. Nice run by Camilo, taking it all the way towards the other end. Nice approach by Camilo Castagnola at the end of the next shot, and Camilo Castagnola sends the ball in to give the lead back to La Natividad. to score his goal number 4 of the day.
The best player in the world on his best. Amazing. If you guys have the chance of traveling to Argentina and come and watch this guy live, please welcome. The Asociación Argentina de Polo will give you everything to support and to come and watch. You can buy tickets online, you can do everything online, and come travel and have this lucky of watching these amazing players alone.
Polito. Pablo Pérez. Good marking there by Camilo. The ball stays in behind. A new attempt by Pablo Pérez, linking really well with Guillermo Caset. Here comes Sapo. And very quickly also on top of it was Facundo, leaving it for Barto Castagnola. Here comes Barto, long approach looking for Facundo. The coverage now is taken by Guillermo Caset, who's gonna get there first. Guillermo Caset, a whistle. Some problem with Polito, I believe.
Hopefully it's not his finger, eh?
¿Querés que te ayude con algo? Pero te estamos...
I think it's about the horse.
Hopefully it's...
Se cayó y se golpeó la mano.
Wow. He fall. Obviously we were not watching. And he, for everybody to know, Polito started the season with an injury in one of his fingers.
Sí, es esa.
And,
Polito, a vos te esperamos. Tu caballo no lo puedes cambiar. ¿Eh?
Did you see there in the screen? Hopefully it's not the wrong or the same injury.
Yeah, actually, well, Polito missed the beginning of the season, didn't play in Hurling. And now,
well, though they were thinking the Hache team on putting a substitute for him in the first game of the Palermo Open, so they would play today, Saturday, as hard as they could, hopefully win for them, and they were thinking maybe if he was sore, not to play on Tuesday. So, well, looks in the middle of the game of the final, is already sore on his finger, but he's back. He's back.
He's back in the saddle. The word by the official was, we wait for you, Polito, to get assistance. You cannot change your horse. So he's back in the saddle in the very same horse. Hache is starting on Tuesday against La Esquina. So now,
yo cuando lo vi que iba a pegar backhander, me pareció buen momento para tocar.
We'll see what's... I didn't get to see if there was a foul or I think there's going to be a throw-in or even a fair play. I didn't actually...
This I would be surprised if they do a fair play, because the pink team was in real pressure. I mean, they needed to hit the backhander. It's not that they had possession. They were, with a lot of pressure down there. If you give fair play, you give the ball to the other. It's like a free kick. I think it deserve a throw-in. But we'll see what's... Yeah. No, I think it's not... because in the future, what happens if one of the guys says, I'm sore, and you wait and stop here?
Yeah, actually, Guillermo Caset was a little bit under pressure, ready to take that back shot. And they blew it just before that back shot, and this is why this is a fair play, not a foul. Hilario with the under the next shot, looking for Guillermo Caset, who was waiting for the ball up front. Nice move by Sapo. The ball stays in behind. A good recovery by Pablo. And now coming from behind, it's going to be Francisco Elizalde. Entering the play was also Facundo Pérez. Taking the hit, looking for Barto Castagnola. A whistle now.
Verde. Sí, perfecto. Okay. 30. ¿Vamos con 30? Dale.
Did you see the play? Did you see the play that I was telling you?
Pongo yo, ¿querés? Me pasas una.
Did you see the play that I was telling you?
30
From a fair play to a 30 yards on the game, on the team that they help for fair play. It's very tricky. They need to review that sort of fair play thing, because sometimes it can be very useful for the team that was using the fair play.
Formen!
So now there's going to be a penalty in favor of Hache from an under pressure back shot. which led to a fair play to this penalty in their favor to set the equalizer. And here comes Hilario Joa this time, sending the ball in, and now the game is 5-5 between Hache and La Natividad.
And now, as you were asking, they changed penalty hitters. Hilario this time.
Yeah, and I think that for sure, Jaime, this play that you mentioned before, they're going to be analyzing it on Monday, on Tuesday. I don't know when the umpires will get together to see the plays, but for sure.
Yes, I'm very concerned about this fair play. I know what's the spirit of that play. Let's wait for Pablo McDonough.
Here comes Pablo McDonough. The ball stays in behind, and also Hilario Joa coming to pick it up and now trying to take it all the way towards the other end. A good resolving there in the back by Hilario, using the ball there. The ball remains in, and now Guillermo Caset on the near side. Also under pressure by Facundo Pérez. Here comes Sapo. Head to head against Bartolomé Castañola. The marking by Barto. The ball remains in. The tapping by Sapo, who was instantly regretting about that tapping, and now back the possession to La Natividad. Barto Castañola. Challenge there by Pablo Pérez. The ball flying by, looking for Facundo, who was standing more as a number 3 in this play. The marking by Francisco Elizalde. Fran. Again, a whistle.
La de Facundo.
Some problem with Facundo's horse. I think that as soon as he took that shot, he started raising his mallet, Jaime, to ask for the game to be stopped.
He knew immediately. Did you see? He wanted to wait for Fran to come and try to take the ball out of him and make him obviously pass, as we call it, and go inside. And he realized immediately that the mare had a problem. So these guys, they actually are one together with the horse. They really feel what the horse is feeling when he's tired, when he's sore, when, they have power. It's such a bad luck for Facundo.
Yeah, there we are with Facundo, who changed sides in Argentina for the first time after 20 years, playing for his family team, El Artina.
I think it's one of his best. Mares coming from.
Yeah, we're trying to find out.
I think it's Opelina.
Opelina.
I think from the distance looks to me. No, it's Open Polilla, one of his old ponies.
So hopefully it doesn't get bad, for the horse. Yes, yeah. Jaime. You were saying?
No, just to finish, because I stopped in the middle of the comment of that fair play when Pablo was about to score. Is that for example now what you do? It's you need to throw the ball. It's not that because Facundo had it under pressure with somebody on top of him, you're gonna give a free kick, to the green team just for that. I think that rule is very well think on some problem, in real sort of damage or somebody who lost the stick or something like that, but not when you are in real pressure and you need to come from something, because you have to think that it's a penalty in your favor. It's a lot.
Yeah.
And we just saw it what happened from that penalty to score in the other side.
Yeah, basically you stop being under pressure basically on that situation, regardless of what happened afterwards, and
exactly. So I think it's a good idea from the association that put that rule 2 years ago, but they need to adjust a bit. It cannot be, they need to know when is that and when is not.
Yeah, definitely.
For example, before it happened, for me this should be a throw-in, but I know that Facundo had the ball in possession. But from there to have a clear shot to goal, there was a long way.
Yeah, I think
you know what I mean?
Yeah. I agree with you in this one, definitely. Facundo also now waiting for a new horse to jump on.
Well, such a beautiful...
Look who are there. Rufino and Cruz Egui, two of the replacements for Hache. Cruz Egui, what a week. He's going to be playing the Open for the first time, the same as Teo Lacó and Luquín Monteverde, Jaime.
Yes, Teo Lacó is an amazing player. Such a future, coming from no background, which I love. These people that comes and made it all the way with no publicity, no family related, and this guy made it, and he has such a long future. So I'm very happy for him. Also, another substitute is Tommy Beresford, another guy that is building.
What a year by Tommy.
Yeah.
Winner of the Silver Cup, Gold Cup in Dubai, Gold Cup in England. Very strong figure for UAE, for the UAE organization.
What a couple of good years.
Amazing.
He's been consistently, so he's waiting for his opportunity to play the Open. It's going to happen sooner or later. I'm sure, maybe this year he could ended up playing round one. And another gossip, maybe he is going to be the one who replaces Polito on Tuesday. They are thinking, and hopefully, finger crossed, he can.
What a breaking news that would be. You know?
So English fans, you still have time.
Irish, Chileans,
you still have time to buy a ticket and come and watch live the best English player maybe make his debut on Tuesday in Palermo.
Look, there the stats of the clubs, the teams with the most titles here in Tortugas. El Ertina on top of the standings, 13, followed by Coronel Suarez with 9. And now everything is getting set to resume the play. We'll see what's the decision here by the umpires to resume the play. I think there's going to be a throw-in in this one, definitely.
I think they learned from the other one. It's a great decision, It's fair for everybody. It's fair play for everybody.
And now Camilo Castañola, great pickup by Geta from the box to the center. Nice angle to give the lead to La Natividad. And La Natividad is back in front thanks to this guy, Camilo Castañola, 6'5".
You know what he reminds me in the throw-ins? Adolfo Cambiaso, his uncle. Wherever they threw it, from the slow the ball, hard the ball, whatever, he ended up with the ball in the throw-ins. His uncle is exactly the same. You never know, but the ball always goes to them. Again, look.
Here he comes, Camilo Castañola leading a new attack for La Natividad. The ball stays in behind. A good coverage there by Francisco Elizalde. Now Pablo Pérez trying to complete the play. Good approach by Polito. Challenge by Camilo Castañola. A very quick move by Polito. Camilo was standing there and the whistle.
Perfecto.
They're speaking about a 40. Let's take a look at the instant replay. Here we are with Polito.
Capitán Verde, entendemos que no es una jugada peligrosa para tarjeta, pero sí imprudente, así que vamos a ir un punto más. Sí, hay mucho ángulo y a otra velocidad.
Okay, not dangerous enough for a card, but still a dangerous considering the play, so they're going to be going far enough for a 40, I believe, Jaime, if I listen properly.
Yes, I don't want to disagree with them. I respect them, their decision. But I want to remark that, did you see how slow it makes from the foul to the other end? In this case, it's sort of, discipline and try to make the game in cold, not in risky places, but did you see everything is much slower when they go all the way to the other end.
So Francisco Elizalde taking this penalty 3, sending the ball in, and Fran Elizalde finds the net again, and we are tied in 6.
Because also the level of these players, there is 90% chances that they score. So by the time that we watch Polo, it's been a minute. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's basically why you mentioned before the thing about the 5B, the penalty from the midfield line, to go to a closer mark in order to resume the game more quickly. So less than a minute to go, actually 30 seconds remaining until the first bell, but we listened to a whistle when La Natividad was claiming that they have a good opportunity. Let's see. Foul by number 3 Pink. This is what they are saying. Hooking on the other side.
Capitán, nos parece que traba del otro lado imprudentemente. Vamos a ir para adelante 60 yardas. Gracias.
So,
yeah, I think, funny enough, if we watch the screen, the number 3, Sapo in this case, they said that cross hook, but I think also the number 2 in Pink, he tried near side, he crossed, he tried right side, he tried to take the ball from every single side. So whoever they blow it to, I think it was a foul. But again, instead of spot, 60.
So look, for the first time today, they're going to change the penalty taker. In this case, La Natividad, and it's going to be Facundo Pérez. Penalty from 60 yards. Facundo Pérez from 60 yards, blocked in the way by Pablo Pérez, and now Hilario Joa taking his time, leaving it for Fran Elizalde, sending it forward for Polito Pérez, and here comes Polito running and taking it up from the approach by Hache's number 1, the second tapping, and the whistle. Some problem with Bartos' horse. Oh, what a nightmare, Jaime, this third checker. At least 3 stops so far regarding to injuries or to the horses, you know?
Esto no hace falta que hable nadie. Polito, no hace falta que hable nadie, ni un comentario. Hay una yuga lesionada claramente y paramos por eso.
Such a bad luck this game, especially Palermo coming soon. All these mares, they are ready to play Palermo, but and this is a tricky one, you know, with this fair play rule, what to do here. Now I don't know, you know, because it's going to be very hard. The Pink team will say, well, I was alone, which was true. I don't know how alone at the end, because the shot was not the greatest, the approach, but he was with the ball.
Sí. They have a good opportunity.
Yeah, and if they give a free shot, a free shot is going to be like a 30. So, did you see? So, did you see what they're going to do? It's very
it's not an easy call, definitely. I mean, Polito was claiming before, hey, look, I had an opportunity. Yes, Polito answered back the official. There was an injury by one of the horses. We needed to stop. And now, that's it.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. This rule gives more polemic calls than easy. You know what I mean? There is normally, you know why I should wait if, let's say, the green ones. If why you give the ball to the Pink team in the first one, no? There. Actually, it's not fair for the Pink. You know what I mean?
Francisco Elizalde resuming the play, stopped in the way, and now Pablo McDonough into the last moments of this jacket number 3. Barto Castagnola cleaning the play coming from behind. When we listen to the first bell, so 30 more seconds to play until the game stops. Barto chased by Pablo Pérez. The back shot there by Polito. Changing the line, and now covering the field was Pablo McDonough. Here comes Pablo. Good marking there by Polito Pérez, also blocking the shot. Ahead was Hilario Joa, and now under pressure to take it away was Pablo McDonough. Good under the next shot to take it towards the boards, and now Hilario, when we listen to the final bell of checker number 3, I guess one of the longest checkers so far in this season. Too many stops due to a couple of injuries and problems with horses, but at the end 6-all between La Natividad and La Hache, and so far, I mean, during some moments, Jaime, you were speaking about what a tight contest we were watching, but also in this checker maybe this changed a little bit due to these
several stops, you know. Yes, we were watching 3 amazing chuckers, and unfortunately this one was stopped not because the level of the players or the level of the field or the level of the referees, was just unfortunate injuries, and everything slowed down. But I'm pretty sure the next 4 chuckers will all come back to the rhythm.
Vamos a jugar en defensa, calzando, haciendo contacto, muchachos. Faltan 5 chacos, falta un montón, faltan 10. Vamos a romperle bien el ojete. ¡Vamos, vamos! ¡Dale! Arrancamos acá, arrancamos acá.
Some words there by Nacho Novillo and Lolo Castagnola. Nacho Novillo, who went this year La Natividad for coaching the team. Russo, who of course is the new coach for Hache, but he's been working with Sapo and Hilario before in, I don't know, Las Monjitas, and also with other teams. So it's like a continuity, but what do you reckon about what the coaches nowadays can do in a match like this? Jaime, you know them a lot. You know Russo, you know Lolo, you know Nacho. And what is the addition to the team?
Well, it's always, I always say that the coaches, the best that we used to have before is that one was the captain or one was the leader inside and kept trying to organize the team. And let's give that example. I used to say to you, come on, man, don't hurry up, hit a backhander, don't play it. But at the end, I made mistakes too. So now there is somebody outside talking to everybody and not be part. You know what I mean? It's not that, he can go to me and tell me my mistakes and tell you your mistakes, but it's not somebody. But the relationship between the 4 of us is still great, because it's not me who is telling you what you are doing wrong or what we need to improve. So this changed a lot inside in Polo, the new coaches that can arrange some stuff, but from outside view, not the inside, which we used to do it before. Is that we used to arrange our own problems, inside the team. So somebody outside telling us what to do.
So all set here to start check number 4. Polito Pérez winning the ball in the back of the lineup. Nice open shot to link with Guillermo Cassette. Sapo Cassette looking for his first one today. The ball passed by and ended up going over the back line. And La Natividad will be resuming from the back on this 8-checker contest.
To be fair to him, obviously Geta Castagnola with a bad bounce scored anyway. But, poor Sapo had a horrible bounce and, he couldn't score.
And now Hilario. Hilario show a challenge there by Facundo Pérez looking for Francisco Elizalde. Good coverage there by Camilo Castagnola. Changed there by Camilo towards the boards looking for Facundo. Facundo also changing the line, but there was a good anticipation and coverage by Guillermo Cassette. Sapo. And now Pablo Pérez. Polito. Polito Pérez with the approach looking for Hilario Show. Also coming to pick it up was Guillermo Cassette, who was being taken by Pablo McDonough. The ball stays in behind, and now Camilo. Geta Castagnola with the under the neck shot, a long one looking for his brother Barto. And now Polito getting there first. Good answer there by Pablo Pérez, and now Francisco Elizalde picking it up for La Hache. Chase there in the back by Camilo Castagnola. Still Fran Elizalde. And now Pablo.
Now we came back to the real game that we came to watch.
Pablo McDonough now leading the pace for La Natividad. The approach there, and now again Pablo Pérez. Polito covering the field there. Looking for Guillermo Cassette, who was standing on the left-hand side, leaving it for Hilario. Now Camilo Castagnola. Nice pickup by Geta, trying to correct the movement. Now Facundo. Facu Pérez linking really well with Camilo Castagnola. Here comes Geta from the boards to the center. Good opportunity for La Natividad whenever this guy takes possession of the ball. A good stop in there by Guillermo Caset. And now Hilario playing towards the boards. Sapo. Pablo McDonald trying to win it over. Now Facundo. No. Pablo again. Leaving it for Facundo Pieres. Facu Pieres. And now Barto Castañola, who was coming from behind. Sapo Caset trying to clear the play. Good recovery again by Barto. Nice turn in there by Bartolomé Castañola from the boards to the center. Here comes Barto. Still leading the pace for La Natividad. The under the next shot by Barto Castañola. Scoring for the first time today. What a nice one to open your own scoreboard sheet. Barto Castañola and La Natividad back in front.
One of the top players of this season is being a bit quiet yet, but I'm sure he will appear and make a huge difference in this game.
19, 20, 21, 22, 23, ¿qué pasa? No entiendo. 24, 25, juegue. Mucha Rosa.
So back to the center to resume the play. Fran Elizalde. And now Facundo. Facundo Pieres coming from behind was his cousin Polito. Good link in there between Facundo and Camilo Castañola. Here comes Camilo. Trying to make a breakaway. A good stop in there by Hilario Joa. Now Barto Castañola hitting at goal from a wide angle. And Barto Castañola scoring back to extend the lead for La Natividad. Showing how dangerous he can be whenever he finds a position to hit at goal.
This is one of his favorite shots. He did it in the semi-final, but Nero was right there on the goal to stop it. But he's such an amazing player. I mean, they still have no roof. There are 10 goals, and they still no roof for Poroto, Jeta, and Barto Castañola.
Yeah, hopefully, Jaime, they don't get to play together in the Triple Crown. That's my desire.
I know. I really want them to play together. I think there is one fourth player that will win the lottery. You know, the fourth player will have so many opens. It's like winning the lottery. Who will be? That's the thing.
No.
These three guys together. I like perfection in Polo. I like, you know, 80 goals, 40 goals team and 80 goals matches. And, you know, to watch them play together as we watch these last 2 years in the Jockey Club, it's beautiful for the eyes. For the people who love Polo, I mean, I really want them to play together.
Que la cambie y que vaya a cambiarla y tiramos cuando salga, ¿no?
Capitán, al lugar más cercano, por favor. Es al lugar más cercano. La lluvia está en condiciones, no está mal.
Well, there was a player basically asking to stop.
A la tabla, por favor.
No, sale de la tabla y tiramos la pelota.
You know what?
Tiene que llegar despacio.
It's very difficult that play, but I am with the umpires. You says my horse is lame or it has a problem. The umpires decided that it is not lame, and you know the player has to go past the boards. But then they continue play, so they will start playing 3 against 4 in this moment.
Dale. Ahora sí, juegue.
And now back in business. The game is back on Barto Castañola. Barto. And now Sapo Caset. Nice pick up by Guillermo Caset. Good opportunity now for Hache. Another approach by Hache's number 3. Here comes Sapo Caset from a wide angle. Another under the next shot by Guillermo Caset. And the ball ended up going wide towards the left-hand side. Good opportunity for Hache, but La Natividad will be resuming from the back.
Beautiful play from Sapo. You know, he stole it very well. He read what Bartolomé was going to do, and he almost scored a beautiful goal.
And now Barto resuming from the back for the men in green. Good block in there by Polito Pieres. Still Barto picks it up again, and now he looks for Facundo Pieres, who was open towards the right-hand side. Here comes Facundo. Challenge there in the back by Francisco Elizalde. In the front by Sapo Caset. The ball stays in behind. Good turning there by Sapo. Here comes Guillermo Caset. Over the marking by Camilo Castañola. Another approach looking for Polito Pieres. Here comes Pablo Pieres. Nice resolving there by Polito. Here he comes, the end of the next shot by Pablo Pieres. And Pablo Pieres scores to close the gap. What a moment to score for the first time today. A great individual move by Pablo Pieres here from a different angle to score. And now it's 8-7.
Yes, beautiful goal from Polito. Beautiful. You know, simple as teaching his cousin Facundo here on the boards what to do. Simple Polo, pass the ball, he saw the angle and shoot from 80 yards. All these guys are capable to do it, so, you know, Facundo has a beautiful long shot. He could have...
And Elizalde there, the standings, the people here not very happy with the call. Let's see. From the spot in favor of green, I believe this was due to the green play going towards the boards. Here, let's see.
We will watch. Yes, sometimes in the throw-ins they are saying that there's no fouls, but sometimes there is. Difficult. I give the right to the referees.
Barto Castagnola resuming from the spot into the last moments of play of the first half. Following this chagger, we're going to go to a break. Here comes Barto. Opens towards the right-hand side. Challenge there by Hilario Ulloa. The end of the next shot by Barto Castagnola. Another approach there. The ball ended up going wide towards the right. 15 seconds remaining. I don't know if there's going to be time enough for one more play. The players lining up to defend. So this will be it from the Tortugas Country Club. Following the first half, La Natividad is on the lead, 8-7 over La Hache. We're going to a break, and in a few moments we'll be back from Tortuguitas from the Tortugas Country Club with the second half of the Tortugas Open Final.
Gracias. Vamos. Vení. ¿Qué?
La vaca terminó ahí cansadita.
¡Vamos, Pablo, Esto no tiene spray, nada. Nada de spray.
¿Cuánto?
Está todo.
So welcome back, everybody. Here we are live on AAP Live Worldwide with the final of the Tortugas Open. My name is Andrés Ugarte, joined today by Jaime García Huidobro. On this game, Jaime, where La Natividad is leading but by only one goal, 8-7. What do you reckon about what we can watch in the second half?
Well, hopefully the rhythm continue, no more injuries in horses, because it's a beautiful game. I think 8 players are playing so well, putting pressure on the others. Every mistake is being paid by the opposite team. And now I'm going to give you the horses. Polito is doubling Monkey Puzzle, the same mare that played in the first checker. La Viña Carta for Hilario. And Aizur X for Sapos. Equis. Fran Oriental Mickey, another pony that played already. From Facundo Pérez is in Gold Deep Locks. Jeta Castañola Socia again, same mare of the first checker. Pablo Maidono Irenita Entusiasta, another that is already played. And Barto Castañola in Fragancia.
So the checker by checker progression, 2-all, 4-3, 6-all, 8-7, always La Natividad in front in those checkers. So here we are, the game to be resumed with the Hache from its own backline, following that last second approach by Barto Castañola, and everything is getting set. 4 checkers remaining in this final. La Natividad, title holders of this competition. Hache for the first time ever playing in Tortugas and already in the final of the Tortugas Open, and the game is back on. Francisco Elizalde. Here he comes, resuming from the back, challenged by Facundo Pieres, looking for Hilario. Nice recovery there by Camilo Castañola. Changing the line and getting there first is going to be Sapo Cassette. Good blocking there. Good stopping by Pablo McDonough. Here comes Pablo. Challenge there in the back by Francisco Elizalde. Good approach by Fran, and now back to Sapo. And here a good opportunity for Hache, led by Guillermo Cassette, who comes from behind looking for Hilario Joa. Covering the field is going to be Camilo. Good back shot there on the near side. And now Pablo. The ball stays in behind, and now Facundo. Facu Pieres picking it up for the men in green. Challenge there by Sapo. Sapo. The approach by Facundo. The pickup now by Polito Pieres. 1 goal today by Pablo Pieres, 3 by Hilario, 3 by Fran on the other side. 5 goals by the top scorer today, Camilo Castañola. And now Pablo Pieres. Good marking there by Barto. Closing the play, and now Pablo. Turning there. Pablo McDonough, now Camilo Castañola. Nice approach there by Jeta. And now Sapo. Good recovery by Guillermo Cassette. And now Hilario Joa on the near side. And now Facundo, the pickup by Facundo Pieres when he was being challenged by Francisco Elizalde. The ball passing by Facundo Pieres, and now Camilo Castañola to open the score in the second half. And Camilo Castañola finds his first goal of checker number 5 to extend the lead for La Natividad, 9-7.
Great play from Facu, almost his goal. He put it there to Jeta. People sending me messages from in my Instagram saying Barto and Jeta are from video games. They look like that they are playing something PlayStation Polo.
And now, of course, during the second half, the throw-ins after the goals will be taken on this side of the field. The approach there from brother to brother. Here comes Camilo, taken by Pablo Pieres. Coming from behind also, challenging him was Hilario Joa. Now Barto back to his brother. Here comes Camilo. Nice breakaway there by Camilo Castañola from the box to the center. Still Jeta in possession of the ball. The marking by Hilario Joa. Good recovery there by Hache. And now Hilario to Sapo. Back to Hilario. And now back to Guillermo Cassette. Here comes Sapo. Sapo Cassette leading the way for Hache. Leaving it in the back for Hilario. who was following the play very closely. Hilario. Back to Sapo, giving some continuity there, Hache. And here comes Guillermo Cassette getting ready for the under the next shot. Sapo Cassette, and the ball goes wide towards the left-hand side. And La Natividad will be resuming from the back.
Good play from Hache. Just nothing unlucky. Great shot from Sapo. Everything was good, but you know, they need to score. They don't need to allow the La Natividad to go 2-3 goals, you know, ahead, because then it's going to be difficult to catch.
Polo McDonough under pressure there by Francisco Elizalde. Good resolving though, and now Guillermo Cassette. Good anticipation by Bartolomé Castañola. The end of the next shot by Barto to link with his brother. Great pickup by Camilo Castañola. Here comes Geta to extend the lead. The ball goes towards the near side, and now he corrects the play. Here comes Geta, still followed by Francisco Elizalde. Great recovery there by Fran. What a comeback by Francisco Elizalde on that play to avoid the goal by Camilo Castañola.
Guys. Bartolomé Castañola, you guys need to learn that pass from defense to 80 yards to the stick of his brother is completely, I mean, it's beautiful. It's I don't know how to explain. People who loves polo, this is heaven.
And now Sapo. Guillermo Cassette. The pass in there to link with Pablo Pérez, who was coming from behind. The marking by Facundo Pérez on the near side. Now Pablo McDonough, challenged by Hilario. And now Camilo turning there. Getting difficult for Camilo to turn there, Jaime.
You think so?
Fran Elizalde now. Now the pickup by Pablo. The marking by Hilario. And now Pablo Pérez. Polito.
For me, that was a foul. You know, you have to let the green get the ball back.
You need a foul by Hilario?
Yeah.
Sapo Cassette positioning to pick the ball. Also approaching the play was Barto Castañola.
¿Tirás 40 que voy a buscar la bocha allá atrás? Porque te queda la bocha a la derecha. Ahí. Gracias. Vamos, no, capitán, sin discutir los fallos. Ya está en la charla hecho.
40 yardas, señores.
The approach there on the instant replay. Sapo Cassette, then Fran Elizalde. And there, Sapo ready to pick it up. They ended up calling that foul against Barto in this case.
Yeah, I agree with the umpires. I'm not that sure if it was a 40. I think, as Chochan mentioned few games ago, 60 yards have to come back. 60 yards is good for polo, and we normally have missed too much of them. But yeah, it was a foul.
So Fran Elizalde to take it, to close the gap. Fran Elizalde from 40 yards, sending the ball in to close the gap, 9-8, and Jaime at the end they are managing to remain in there, like you said before, not letting La Natividad to go away in the difference in the score.
Yes, Geta will regret that, maybe that goal, that the chance that he had there. But also Facundo should go to that backhander hard to hit 80 yards. He can do it instead of...
Facundo linking with Pablo McDonough coming from behind Hilario. Good anticipation there by Hache, number 2. And now Guillermo Cassette, the under next shot to link with Pablo Pérez. Here comes Polito Pérez picking it up. A good marking now by Facundo, who ended up picking it for La Natividad, playing from board to board. And now Sapo, good anticipation there by Sapo. The open backs are looking for Polito. A great marking there by Camilo. I think it was Barto, sorry, at the end. And now Pablo. From Pablo to Barto. Barto Castañola, and a strong shot looking for his brother, covering the field. Fran Elizalde. Fran Elizalde here. Nice turning there by Fran. Towards the left to link with Hilario, who was asking for the pass over there, crossing from the opposite board. And here he comes, Hilario Ulloa, taking his time. Challenge there Firstly by Polo McDonough, the ball passing by, and now Francisco Elizalde, great pickup now by Fran Elizalde on the near side, they marking by Camilo. The ball staying behind now, Pablo Pieres hitting a goal deflected in the way by Camilo. Now saved by Facundo Pieres, under pressure there by Guillermo Caseta, and now leaving it for Barto Castagnola. Barto towards the left-hand side to link with his brother, and here comes Camilo. Good anticipation by Fran, great checker by Fran so far, from my point of view, from this position.
Amazing game. He's the soul of the age at the moment. I mean, at the moment, no, all season.
I think the ball is broken now.
Yes.
Facundo. Facu Pieres, nice turning, already playing on injury time. This is the last moment of checker number 5 now. Pablo coming from behind, 5 seconds remaining. Now Facundo giving some continuity there, back to Barto Castagnola. And now Fran Elizalde ready to pick it up when we listen to the final bell of checker number 5. 9-8 to La Natividad. What a tight contest we're watching here, I insist. 9-8, 1-all during checker number 5. Difficult to see what's going to happen next. Let's see how the horses also react to the repetitions, Jaime. And, well, unfortunately for the last moment of the checker, the ball got broken.
Yes, well, unfortunately for Fran, but because he was carrying it and doing a good play, and in the middle of the play, you know, he had 2 balls to choose, but so he make it difficult and then miss the ball. But yeah, I think it's a very tight game. As I said before to start, you know, the pink team make it very uncomfortable for the greens, for the Natividad. My advice would be that if Facundo Pieres likes to come inside the game, he needs to hit long balls. You know, he comes in to release the ball for the speed of Hache, but instead he check all the time and try to tap it. I think if he can give that 100-yard shot that he can do, you know, he can make this sort of one-on-one play with Hache. So every time that he goes in, Hache can run with speed and the other way around. But at the moment, Facundo is always trying to slow down too much.
So, following the in-between checker talkings, the players get ready to be back in the saddle to come back into the game. I think we're going to have in the graphics now the horses picked by La Natividad firstly. For checker number 6, there you go. Open Martineta, Irenita, que entonada, Irenita Cuaresma, Latia Ramona, another classic by Barto, playing with him the Triple Crown since 2019. And on the other side,
we have Polito 25 Dominicana, Pite Elizabeth for Hilario, Sapo y Sin Lechu Cambicha y Fran Scriba Cábala.
So now, see,
everything will start now where the second bell was. The ball was at the second bell, so all set up for our 6th checker.
Barto Castagnola with the first ball of checker number 6 of a total of 8 that will be played today. Barto challenged there in the front by Guillermo Casset. Barto, the ball passing by, coming from behind, trying to pick it up was Polito. Now Camilo Castagnola with the back shot, also claiming that he picked the line before was Francisco Elizalde, was Hilario actually, or Fran. No, Hilario. When Hita was turning, and the whistle.
We have 2 situations here. The greens were appealing for a foul before Heta's, but looks like that they gave the second look. Barto hits, and now, for me, Fran fouls, and then Hache fouls too. So they went to the second one.
Are you happy, Jaime, with the game in Argentina? The checkers going back to 7 minutes, or does it change anything at all to you?
Well, very happy. I think we are here to play polo. 8 checkers, 7 minutes. You know, it's very difficult to come back, and I think the association make a hell of a decision of coming back to 8. to 7 minutes and to 8 checkers, and I hopefully.
The breakaway there by Polito when he was getting close to score, and the whistle. Let's see.
Nice turn from Polito, eh? I'm not sure what they're gonna blow.
Here we are on the instant replay. Let's see.
That turn was fantastic with speed. As I said before, that sometimes, for me it's a safety because Polito is going. Somebody's, you know. You know, for me, the one who moves the ball is the one that is coming to save the ball.
¿Y Pepe? Perfecto. Dale, obvio.
Well, they are checking it with the third man, with José Ignacio Araya. Remember, everybody, we have Gastón Lucero and Guillermo Villanueva inside the field.
Difficult decision for poor Pepe because,
es salida de arco.
You know,
es una bocha prensada, no es corner. Tiene que pegar claramente en el jugador verde. Bocha prensada. Sí.
So no safety at the end. Jaime, the explanation was that there was not a clear defender taking it away. Something like that.
Exactly. So basically fair play.
So Barto Castagnola receiving from the back for the men in green. For la Natividad, the ball passing by, looking for Facundo, picked in the way by Hilario Ulloa. The approach there, and now Pablo McDonough. Turning really quickly, looking for Facundo Pérez, who was already running up front. And here he comes, the pickup by Facundo Pérez, chased by Polito. Another tapping by Facundo Pérez to enter the danger zone. Nice approach by Facu to extend the lead for la Natividad. And Facundo Pérez, for the first time today, scores to extend the lead, to give some fresh air to la Natividad. 10-8.
Nice goal from Facundo. His team needed. And did you see Barto and Hache went straight to congratulate him. They need him to be sharp, to be strong with these runs and also with the long shots. Good goal, nice pass from Pablo Maidana.
Facundo again. Nice action there by Facundo Pérez, open towards the right-hand side, still in possession of the ball, the under the neck shoot, looking from a wide angle, but still he manages to pick it up again, but at the end it was taken by Sapo. Guillermo Caset, here comes Sapo. Sending it forward for Francisco Elizalde, here comes Fran. Fran Elizalde. Looking for Hilario, stopped in the way by Camilo Castagnola, and now with time enough, getting there first is going to be Pablo McDonough, challenged by Polito. Good resolving now by Pablo, now Facundo giving some continuity to send it forward to Camilo Castagnola. Here comes Hache Castagnola to extend the lead for la Natividad, long approach, chased by Francisco Elizalde. Here comes Hache from the near side, hitting at goal, deflected in the way by Fran Elizalde. Again, what a recovery by number 4, Pink.
Thanks God, all the game I've been saying in advance what happened. Did you see? If Facundo can hit long balls to Hache, it's another big weapon that the green teams have.
Sapo. Looking for Pablo Pérez, and now Barto Castagnola. No, Pablo McDonough. Trying to take that back shot.
Sí, no está pasando exactamente. Ahora,
para el 2 Rosa es
Hilario. Yo veo que estaba el 3 verde bien a pegar de derecho. Sí. Y se mete con un ángulo que corrige. Pero me parece que corrige sobre la línea.
Sí.
El anterior no lo veo foul.
Perfecto, vamos con la tuya.
¿Tiene bajander? ¿Tiene gente para el bajander o no? Perfecto. ¿Tiene bajander, sabes o no? Vamos para un punto para adelante, ¿te parece para el lugar?
Well, now they're speaking about what's going to come out of the call, you know?
Yeah, I think it's a foul. Well done for them. Yeah, no, not that one. That one. But it's a spot.
Compañero tuyo, 2 Rosa por intimidación, ¿sí? Le queda la línea perfecto al verde. No se pasa por dentro.
Ahí está dando el fallo Gastón.
No consideramos.
Ahí, escuchá el fallo de Gastón.
La línea bien. ¿Pablo? No consideramos que queda foul ahí. ¿Sí? Lo repasamos también, consideramos que tiene bien.
Es importante.
Pablo. Gracias. Es lugar verdes.
Well, basically, the officials were saying that the green player had a clear line to take a back shot. Number 2 pink was committing a foul, not letting him taking the back shot, but there weren't green players ahead to go away from a penalty from the spot. So, Barto Castagnola now to resume the play. Yes, Jaime.
I agree with them. It was a simple, spot.
Barto Castagnola with a long range shot. The ball passing by again. It goes over the back line, and Hache will be resuming from the back. Fran. Fran Elizalde looking for Hilario. The ball goes over the back, over the boards. And it's going to be in favor of La Natividad. Moment also to congratulate everybody in South Africa, Jaime. Barto Castagnola with a long range shot looking for Pablo McDonough, who was open towards the right hand side. The back shot by Pablo. Good marking. And now Facundo Pérez giving some continuity, sending the ball towards Camilo Castagnola. And the ball ended up going wide towards the left. Hache to resume from the back.
This goal is needed by the Greens, This goal is needed by the Greens. They are shooting from everywhere, and they needed to have more gap between these two. But Hache is defending well. It's not going to be easy.
They're checking now whether it was a safety or... They already check it. They're going to be resuming from the back. Fran Elizalde, and they are putting a lot of pressure over that goal with at least 3 goal attempts in the last minute or two.
I'm very proud the pony that Fran Elizalde is playing. I bought it from very young from Lestina. I played it so many years the Open, won best playing pony in the final of the Camera, and now he goes to score a goal.
From Sapo to Fran Elizalde. What was the name? Sorry, Jaime.
Open Buchor.
And now Sapo. The pickup by Guillermo Caset. Good opportunity now for Hache. Taking his time, Sapo. How important is this one for Hache? Sapo Caset getting into the red zone, coming from behind Polito. The whistle. And penalty 1, if I'm not mistaken, awarded to Hache. There we see the flagman waving the flag, and not only it's a goal to Hache, Jaime, but also they will be resuming the game from the midfield line.
Yeah, as I said, the old-fashioned midfield now is used just for the penalty ones. But yeah, I think with the new rule, it's a penalty 1. You need to give a space for the guy to score the goal, actually. There is nothing you can do. You need to accept it and leave the space for the player to score.
So now they're only 1 goal behind in the score, and plus they have the possession of the ball from defending very tightly to scoring in the following play. Hache remains there. Fran. Challenge there by Facundo Pérez. Long approach by Francisco Elizalde, looking for Sapo Caset. Good stopping there by Camilo Castagnola. And now to Facundo Pérez. Here comes Facundo Pérez. The approach there to look for Camilo Castagnola, who was coming on the inside. Fran Elizalde was claiming that he picked the line before. Here comes Camilo Castagnola to score for La Natividad. And Camilo Castagnola scores to extend the lead for the men in green.
Complain, but that's a golazo. No foul at all.
Lugar, exactamente.
Great polo play.
At the end, I think, Jaime, they ended up calling a foul, eh?
Well, for me, that's never a foul.
That's never a foul. No. A ver, capitán. Tienes que encontrar a tus jugadores, lo mismo vos para tus jugadores, ¿sí? Tenemos que bajar un cambio, muchachos. Porque tenemos que jugar apurándonos con un juego, ¿sí? Que no es necesario.
Tranquilo.
Well, so no goal So it was a foul call against the green player, and there's going to be a penalty from the spot. And the umpires speaking to the players just said, hey, you need to cool down a little bit. We are listening to all of you. Fran Elizalde. Challenge there by Facundo Pérez, and now very quickly towards Sapo Cassette. Here comes Guillermo Cassette. Coming from behind was Facundo. A good marking by Facundo. Great pressure by La Natividad's number 1. Also Sapo coming from behind. The whistle.
De acuerdo, 30 yardas te parece, se va el 1 verde solo.
Difficult moment for the umpires. There's big decisions, difficult decisions. So I support them in the one that they consider foul from Jeta, and I support them here. So it's good that to put down everybody, because you know they were playing at the limit in these two places. Did you see that Sapo almost fall? Maybe the play from Fran appealing and Jeta passing was not great. So it's good that, you know, they blew these whistles and they put everybody calm down a bit.
So there's going to be a penalty too from 30 yards in favor of La Natividad. Good opportunity for Camilo Castañola to extend the lead. With a minute and 5 seconds remaining in this checker number 6. Here comes Camilo Castañola, sending the ball in to score. And now it's 11-9 in favor of La Natividad. The only chance for these teams to face each other again in this season, it would be if both of them reach the final of the Argentine Open. La Hache will enter League A, La Natividad League B. And now Hilario Ulloa, the marking by Camilo Castañola, the tapping there. And now with time enough, Guillermo Cassette. Nice turning by Sapo. Back to Polito. Here comes Pablo Pérez, linking really well with Guillermo Cassette. The ball passing by, covering the field was Pablo McDonough. And the ball ended up going over the back line, and La Natividad will be resuming from the back.
La Natividad is pushing. You know, it's good. They don't want to lose this game, and that's great. They really making the best out of this game.
So here comes the end of checker number 6. La Natividad finishing 2 goals ahead for the first time in this game. 11 goals to 9 with 2 checkers remaining. Some words there by Nacho Novillo Estrada and Lolo Castañola.
Vení a ver, ¿la bofetada está allá?
¿Bofetada?
Ya la vamos a meter. Ya no va a entrar, tranquilo.
The words there by Nacho Novillo Estrada saying ya va a entrar, like in English, you need to be patient, the ball will go in, like speaking to Camilo. Something as you said before, no? You know, when the coaches calm you down, cool you down, they see something different from the ones that are inside the field.
Yes, and you seen there on the screen that, you know, players don't speak much now. It's the coach who try to solve these problems. And actually, you can go to one of them and say, to your coach and say, look, please, I'm feeling this. But he's the one who tells the team. It's not you personally. So the other guy inside said, well, you are saying this, but I think you are doing that. And then ended up in a fight that doesn't go to anywhere. Great game of polo, eh? Fran Elizalde is playing extremely well. Polito. No, La Hache is a team that, you know, is a team who create expectations before to start the season, and I think he improved. He's even bigger than what everybody expected, and is ready to challenge the big 2 teams.
So there we are with the horses for La Natividad: Facundo, Pensenso, Dine, Camilo, Wickford, Santa Ana, Pablo, Irenita, Patagónica, Barto on Showdown. Field number 7 here in Tortugas, hosting this game. This year's edition was hosted in fields number 7, 6, and 5 here at the Tortugas Country Club. Some words there by Eduardo A. on Pablo Pieres. Polito won the Open, won actually the 3 tournaments of the Triple Crown, playing for La Natividad. Also helped by Kekur Baraldo, his physio. And here we are, Jaime, with the horses picked by La Hache on this checker.
Yes. Let me check and confirm. Polito is playing Anai Sur Blondi, Hilario Triunfo Delirio, Sapo Niña Loli, and Fran Doña Sofía Justa.
Yeah, I think that at the end, he ended up changing. He's on El Overo Fisura.
Overo Fisura, Fran is playing, yes. Remember that mare, that gelding mare it is, belongs to Polito Pieres.
So La Natividad to resume from the back. Following that last second play with the ball going over the back line, this is why they're going to be resuming from there. I think we're missing Barto. Yeah, there he is. To get checker number 7 underway. And here we are with Barto Castañola. Challenge there by Pablo Pieres. The ball flying by and very quickly.
Está mal eso. En el momento de pegar, le pegas un golpe que venís de...
There was a whistle. Guillermo Villanueva explained that as soon as Barto was about to hit it, the marking by Polito was wrong, and this led to this foul. Here from a different angle. So let's see how far will they take this one. A 60, I believe.
Yes. They no, there is another ball at the 40s, but yes, I think they moved them forward. Not sure again. Maybe they saw something very nasty.
Well, so far today, in terms of 60s, one taken by Camilo, one by Facundo, both of them missed. So a good opportunity now for Camilo.
And this is the goal that the green team needs. Just try to solve this before the last checker.
Camilo Castañola with a strong shot, but the ball goes wide towards the right-hand side. And La Hache to resume from the back. Fran Elizalde. Fran towards the right to link with Hilario. Hilario Joa. Here he comes. Challenge there in the front by Camilo Castañola. The approach by Hilario. The ball passing by. And now Fran Elizalde with the pickup. Pablo McDonough standing on top of the line, picking it properly. And Fran Elizalde committing a foul and the whistle.
Yes, it's a foul. Great turn from Pablo's pony. Nothing to regret to Fran that foul, because obviously, you know, look Pablo's horse, how beautiful got the line. Fran didn't know that horse would turn so fast. Beautiful movements from Pablo McDonough's horse.
So penalty 3 in favor of La Natividad, a chance for them to take a 3-goal lead. And it's going to be Facundo, I believe, again.
I don't know who, but somebody needs to score this one to start to finishing this game, which if not, it's all wide open.
Facundo Pieres from 40 yards, the ball going wide towards the left. And that's kind of a witched goal for La Natividad lately, at least during the second half. They found some difficulties scoring over there. And now Fran Elizalde sending the ball forward, looking for Hilario Ulloa, who was very well taken by Pablo. The back shot by Pablo McDonough. The ball stays a little bit short. Now Camilo. Hit a Castañola. Challenge there by Pablo Pérez. Still Camilo. Leaving it for Barto Castañola. Barto sending it forward. Blocked by Hilario. Now again, Barto. And now Guillermo Caset, Sapo. The pick up again by Pablo McDonough. Also coming from behind was Pablo Pérez. And now Fran. Fran Elizalde. The ball goes a little bit high but short. And now Pablo McDonough. Nice pick up by Pablo McDonough. Covering the field is going to be Hilario. Hilario Ulloa. And now Fran. Francisco Elizalde. Good pressure there by Camilo Castañola. Who ended up picking it for La Natividad. Here he comes from the balls to the center. Still Camilo. Another approach. Nice breakaway by La Natividad. Number 2. The under the next shot by Camilo Castañola. And Camilo Castañola celebrating it also because they are taking a 3-goal lead. It's 12-9 to the men in green.
Yes, yes. He's from a video game. You are right.
Me queda adelante. Gracias. Igual, gracias por acercarse así mejor. Bárbaro.
8 goals today scored by Camilo. Top scorer in this contest. What a way of finishing it. Look, Jaime.
Look, Polito did everything right to stop that shot. Look, look, look. No window.
Barto Castañola, head to head against Guillermo Caset, trying to win this race on the external side. Still Barto Castañola, good opportunity for La Natividad. The under the next shot by Barto Castañola, and the ball goes wide. A good defense there by Sapo. And Hache will be resuming from the back.
Yeah, poor Sapo got all these kilos of muscle for Barto, but he tried to make his best and, well, made it difficult for Barto to score.
Francisco Elizalde resuming now from the back. Challenge there by Facundo Pérez towards the right-hand side, and here comes Hilario. The pick up by Hilario Ulloa. The ball remains in. Still Hilario. Good action by Hache's number 2. The approach there, looking for Guillermo Caset. Covering the field was Camilo Castañola. The ball stays a little bit short. And there, Fran Elizalde hitting at goal, and the ball goes over the back line. And La Natividad will be resuming from the back.
Nice play from Hilario. You know, he did everything right. Put it there. Put the pressure. Actually, the Natividad made the mistake. And Fran couldn't score that near side.
Barto. And now Camilo Castañola on the near side. The approach there, a long one by Camilo Castañola, looking for Facundo Pérez. Covering the field was also Guillermo Caset. Here comes Facundo Pérez to score. Facu Pérez into the danger zone, and Facundo Pérez scores to extend the lead in favor of La Natividad. For the first time, they're leading by 4, and Facundo scores for the second time today.
Guys, I need to show you. Geta Castañola changed a pony on the pony lines and ran flat out asking his brother to hit it one shot on the knock-in. The brother hit almost half of the field. Geta got it and passed another 80 yards to Facundo that was running in the middle. Amazing. I mean, there is part of that play that you cannot see it, but it was amazing. And here he goes, the video games player.
Camilo Castañola, here he comes, trying to extend the momentum by La Natividad in this game. Here comes Camilo Castañola, the under the next shot, and Camilo Castañola scoring again. They take a 5-goal lead, and now it's starting to look, Jaime, the same as in the previous game against La Dolfina, when La Natividad was feeling comfortable and they started to extend the lead, and now they do it to win by 5.
Well, it's the moment. Nacho Novillo, which is an amazing coach, the moment will arrive, and came in the following chapter. You know, but that's what I mean. If Facundo and Geta can do that long passes and make the break, this team is seriously good.
Vamos con el lugar rosa, ¿te parece? Muchachos, vamos a cobrar foul al jugador 2 verde. Está entrando fuerte al throwing con demasiado ángulo. Vamos con lugar rosa.
Okay, foul call against Camilo for entering the throwing too quickly and on an angle. And it's going to be from the spot in favor of pink, in favor of Hache.
Foul séptimo del 2.
No, espera un poquito.
El próximo ya es 30 yardas.
Okay. They have said, Jaime, that Camilo already committed 6 fouls. So from the following one that Camilo commits, it will lead automatically to a 30-yard in favor of La Hache, regardless of the position of the foul. Fran Elizalde resuming the play, and now Facundo.
Pégale, Facundo. Hit.
Facundo
Excellent.
hitting it for Pablo McDonough, like they did, for instance, during many years in El Ostina, this year also in Soto Grande. And now Camilo with the pickup. Camilo Castañola hitting at goal from a long range. The ball passing by, goes over the back line, and La Hache to resume from the back with around a minute remaining in this chakra.
That's a 40-goal team. These plays that they are showing in this 7th chakra is perfection.
Fran. Challenge there by Facundo. And now towards the left to link with Guillermo Casera. Good coverage there by Pablo McDonough. Still a good pickup by Sapo. Coming also to pick it up was Hilario. And now Barto Castañola. Barto with the under the connection, linking with Facundo. The pickup by Facundo Pierres. Good angle there by Faco to enter the danger zone. Chased by Francisco Elizalde. The ball stays in behind. And now Hilario Joa coming from behind, saving it for La Hache, and now taking it towards the other end. Covering now is going to be Pablo. Pablo with the back shot, and now Fran. Francisco Elizalde looking for Sapo, stopped in the way by Facundo, and now Hilario Joa with the pickup over the midfield line, and here he comes, Hilario. When we listen to the first bell, and now Pablo Polito Pierres. It may be the last play of check number 7. Polito Pierres hitting a goal from a long range, and it goes wide towards the left-hand side, and this ends chakra number 7. 14 goals to La Natividad, 9 for La Hache, and now La Natividad, Jaime.
Well,
looking really well for the closing moments of this game.
La Natividad, this chakra played 40 goals. They played perfect. There was no, even in the last play here, they had the patience of not fouling, of forcing him to shoot, to goal. Okay, you want to score, but shoot. Obviously, the chances were very low. Polito hit a beautiful shot, but even in this place, they were thinking. They were playing as a cool team, that they know they are playing so well and they are in control of the game. Such an amazing chakra for you guys to review in your computer, in your TV. They played perfect.
So, La Natividad by 5. Eduardo Igui there. Well, how would you translate, Jaime? 2 se timbean, 2 se contienen.
Well, it's very easy. 2 guys go for it and 2 defend. 2 go for it because it's all or nothing. He's right. I mean, they need to, or they lose by 7 or they try to win the game. So 2 goes, let's say when you put a defender, you take out a defender and you put an extra forward player, well, it's more or less the same. Or we lose by 2 or 3 in football, or we win.
Some talkings there between Pablo and Camilo Castañola.
I have the list.
All yours, Jaime.
Of the ponies in the last chakra. Polito Pierres playing monkey pass again for the 3rd chakra. Hilario, Open Avaricia, Sapolova, Fran DS Justa. La Natividad, Facundo is playing Mega Alemana, Jeta Castañola, Open Callaway, Pablo McDonough, Irenita Acertada, and Barto Castañola, Lovelocks Drogba. All or nothing here, as we heard from from La Hache side. We'll see if they can do it.
There on screen, Hilario, who is riding Open Avaricia, and La Natividad to resume from the back to kick off chakra number 8. What an amazing game of polo we're watching, regardless of the final score.
Well, the final score is nothing you can do, but Hache played very, very well over their handicaps, and La Natividad, I think in some moments played 40 goals. So we are having a huge level of polo. We are so lucky, and as I said, if you have the opportunity to come and watch live these guys, you should.
Barto Castañola coming from behind, challenged there by Pablo Pérez, the under the next shot by Barto, changing the line to link with his brother. The approach there by Camilo Castañola, checking there Facundo Pérez to see how far the defenders were. And here comes Facundo to take it right away at goal. And Facundo Pérez with a shot at goal, but the ball goes wide towards the left-hand side. And Hache will be resuming from the back.
Yes, but great play from Natividad. Simple, the play that I was expecting. Heta passing the ball to Facu and Facu finishing. So by the time there is 1 minute left for this game.
Polito, Pablo Pérez looking for Hilario. Again playing together on a pink jersey, like they did some years ago playing for Alegría. Oh, the ball stays in behind, and there very quickly to pick it up was Camilo Castañola. Heta here, already asking for a long pass was Pablo McDonough. Here comes Pablo head-to-head against Sapo Caset. Nice ride off there by Sapo while the ball was going towards the right-hand side, and here comes again Guillermo Caset. Sapo. Next to him was Hilario, still Sapo. Here comes the guy from Lobos, linking with Pablo Pérez. Polito. Challenge there by Barto. Whoa, an unfortunate rebound there. And now Barto Castañola. The pick up by Barto. Chased there by Pablo Pérez. Still Barto in possession of the ball. The under the next, looking for Camilo. Here comes Camilo Castañola from a wide angle to hit a goal. And this time the bounce was unfortunate for Keta.
Well, I imagine how bad was the bounce for this guy to miss. Amazing play by Barto, he got the ball, he had so many players, and he managed to pass the ball on advance to his brother. And his brother never stopped running, asking for the ball. I mean, you normally have, you think, oh, my poor teammate is in trouble, I'm going to go and help him. No, this guy is full confident that...
Facu trying to take that under the next shot when Sapo... Well, you predict what was going to happen practically, Jaime, and that play unfortunate by Facu. And he ended up committing a foul.
Yes, that's a simple... That's a simple...
There we see Facu trying to take that under the next shot, ended up committing a foul on Guillermo Caset.
Yeah, but the mistake was before, winning by 5, having a bit of time. He moved the ball to where everybody was, and not moving fast or away and let the time pass.
So Fran Elizalde from 40 yards with the opportunity of closing the gap. Fran Elizalde from 40 yards, and this time the ball goes wide towards the left. This was the first penalty missed by Hache today.
Yeah, in the worst moment, no? If there was any hope, they needed this.
Well, also Jaime, meanwhile, while we have a moment, also I think it's, from my point of view, I think I want to congratulate the people here in Tortugas for the fields, the way they were to host this Tortugas Open. It's never easy. This year they took the decision of changing the order of the Triple Crown. They used 3 fields in Tortugas, and so far, at least for this final, field number 7 has been in very good conditions.
Yeah, this is a beautiful club to play. It's always been a super atmosphere here. I love it. I love these fields. I love the atmosphere, and players love it. I think it was a great decision from the association to change and put Hurlingham first and this one second, because Tortugas have better facilities and you can host all the tournament here. instead of going to La Asociación. And now La Asociación will have for La Cámara the fields ready and in much better shape. So well done for the Asociación. Great decision. It's never easy to change, but it's always good to change.
So there was a stop there. There's some problem with the clock, with the watch. It was already solved, and now we're back in business. Hilario Joa, 4 minutes remaining in this final of the Tortugas Open. Tuesday we'll see the kickoff of the Argentine Open with 2 match days in Pilar, and from next Saturday we're moving to Palermo. Fran Elizalde now covering the field over there.
La Natividad is definitely playing with the watch, with the clock. It's moving the ball, trying not to push, to make mistakes like the Facundo did. And if they score, good. But if they don't, the time passed.
Hilario leaving it for Guillermo Caset. Sapo leading the attack now for Hache, leaving it for Polito, who was coming from behind. Pablo Pérez taking his time. Polito changing the line here to link with Hilario Joa, who was asking for the ball open towards the left-hand side. Facundo trying to take an under the next shot. The ball stays a little bit in behind, and here comes Hilario picking it up. Good opportunity for Hache, and Hilario Joa scoring to close the gap. Picking up that loose ball very quickly. There we are. Hilario with the turning and scoring for Hache, 14-10. Hache will be part of League A alongside La Dolfina. Cría La Dolfina, Hache cría Polo a la esquina, la Natividad League B with the Lertina, la Ensenada, el Overo and la Irenita Klinova. Barto.
Qué bueno es, sorry, in Spanish, how good he is. Bartolomé Castañola is amazing polo player. I'm not saying nothing new, but
Camilo, and now Pablo Pérez. Polito looking for Hilario. The ball stays in behind, and now Polito again getting there first. Looking for Hilario Joa. The ball stays a little bit short, and now Camilo. The pickup by Camilo Castañola. The marking by Fran Elizalde. Nice breakaway there by Camilo. Still in possession of the ball. The approach. Looking for Pablo McDonough, who was running up front and covering the field. Pablo Pérez. Good action there by Polito. Now Facundo with the under the next shot to assist his cousin. And here comes Pablo McDonough to score. The approach by Pablo McDonough. Scoring. Showing his sign to Facundo Pérez for the assist. And La Natividad will be defending the title in Tortugas, but let's take a look again at this goal by Pablo McDonough.
Unbelievable the play that Bartolomé Castañola did. Great pass from Facu. I think they need to do that. If he comes inside and not playing as a regular number one, he needs to put the ball very near to the goal all the time and use the speed of Pablo Jeta. I think it's very important.
15-10. Sapo. The pickup by Guillermo Caset. Less than a minute remaining in this final. Looking for Hilario. Here comes Hilario Joa. The pickup by Hache's number 2. Good angle still by Hilario, who was leading the attack. The marking by Barto Castañola. Closing the play. And now Francisco Elizalde. Challenge there by Facundo. Still Elizalde. The ball passing by. Goes over the back line. And La Natividad to resume from the back.
So now it's all about the green palenque. Everybody, all the journalists, I can see the ESPN running to this side. Let's see how Lolo celebrates that his team won again for the second time in a row. Tortugas Open.
From Sapo to Francisco Elizalde. Here comes Fran Elizalde when we listen to the final bell of the Tortugas Open final. There we are in the green pony lines with La Natividad, who has emerged victorious in this competition, and as my teammate just said, has conquered back-to-back titles in Tortugas.
for you guys, we can hear the shouts from Bartolomé, Lolo's father of Geta and Bartolito, and well, congratulations to him too.
We used to say Jaime, Barto, and Camilo are Lolo's sons, and Lolo now knows that he is Barto and Camilo's father. Exactly, the situation changed now.
Yeah.
There we are, the happiness by the guys from La Natividad. For Barto and Camilo, second title in a row in Tortugas. For Facundo, he's back winning the titles after 2 years. For Pablo McDonough is the record man in this competition. He is the player who wins most Tortugas Opens in history. Let's listen to Lolo.
Felicito a Hache de la forma que jugó. No, bueno, pero
I want to congratulate the people from La Hache.
Que trabajaron el partido y.
But the guys from La Natividad really worked this game out.
Uno más, yo nunca gané Tortugas.
I never won Tortugas. Lolo said.
Bueno, pero lo vivís como si...
Sí, mejor.